I'm here with Steve, and you will see it from time to time, but not all the time, because the story is about the city. And we are very close to the Dung Gate, and Steve, say hi. This is
Hey,
Steve.
guys.
Yeah, and the Dung Gate is right there, but they are renovating here. They are widening the place, and maybe we will have a little bit more parking places to park the buses. Think about buses. Full with tourists. They cannot stop there. And if you are too old, if you cannot walk a lot, you do have a problem. You cannot reach the Western Wall from here. Now we are going through the Garden of Gethsemane, and we are doing it outside the wall. It's somewhere March 23, somewhere at the middle of it. City of David is to your right side. Remember, Steve, that you asked me about the Silim Pool? It's down there, and soon Tuesday I'm gonna go with the Manu excavator to the Silim Pool, and I will try to prepare another video for you because you asked me to do that. You want to see what's happening there. Until now what you saw is only 1/4 of it, and soon you will be able to see all of it. The Silim Pool is where it is the biggest mikveh for the Jews. Mikveh, it's a Jewish ritual bath, but it's very important for the Christians because it cured a blind man. Now look at that woman. She looks so strange, isn't it? And look at her child. She looks like an angel. It's Purim time. It's like your Halloween. Then the Jews are supposed to do that. Tomorrow in Jerusalem, tomorrow it's Wednesday, most of the Jerusalem people will be with costumes. The City of David, it's worth visiting. You need 2.5 hours for that, which we don't have today, Steve, if it's okay by you. And they're going to close it in about 4 o'clock, and then there are two kind of walls in the city. That wall is mostly from 16th century. But that wall is mostly, not mostly, but at least the base of it, it's from 1st century BC. You see the difference, 16th century AD and 1st century BC. Why it's like that? That city has been destroyed so many times. This is the story of Israel, building, destroying, building, destroying. The wall that you see here is the wall of the Temple Mount that King Herod built to build on top of it the biggest Jewish temple ever. Jesus visited that temple 3 times a year. Why? Because that is the Jewish law. The only place to pray was at the Jewish temple. Synagogues weren't a house of prayer at that time. It was only a community place. Today you can see Al-Aqsa Mosque. It's the place that, according to tradition, Muhammad reached here, and then he went to the foundation stone, which is the Holy of the Holy of the Jews, the site of the Jewish temple, and ascended into heaven from there. I'm taking a lot of Christians and Jews to here because the main exit, it's difficult to see it because of the palm trees, but Steve, can you see 3 block arches there?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
All right, that is the main exit. Then if Jesus was there, and not only Jesus, what about the other disciples? They were there a lot. There are so many stories about the temple in the New Testament, and million stories about the temple in the Jewish books as well. Then in that case, that is 1st century. The corner, see the corner there, Steve?
Yeah.
It's a corner of the southern wall and the eastern wall that you wanted to see. And that is where Jesus was tested by the devil. He told him, jump. If you believe in God, he will teach you. But the Indian said, I'm trusting God, I'm not even trying God. The 2 other places that he tested him was at Jericho, which is a beautiful city. I really love Jericho. Then, City of David is to your right side. The temple, now you cannot see it, but it's actually beneath it. City of David is, that's where everything began. Then there's so many evidence from 3,800 years ago. And you can see that we can go back in time in that city. In front of us is the Jewish Mount of Olives. And the white area is the Jewish cemetery. The Jews believe that when the Jewish Messiah will come, they will resurrect. The Jewish Messiah will come riding a donkey and will enter to the city. It sounds like Jesus, isn't it? But according to the Jews, it's not Jesus. Then the Jews are still waiting for that. Jesus entered to the city while he was riding a donkey, but he ascended into heaven. I don't know if you can see the top of the tower there, from there, and he promised us to come back again. And in that case, that's going to be the second coming of Christ and the resurrection time for the Christians. What about the Muslims? One day, Allah will build a bridge between Mount of Olives to Jerusalem, and the good disciples will enter, will resurrect and enter through that to Jerusalem. Steve, let me show you one more thing here. According to some of the scholars, maybe it's better to show it from there, that wall that you see here was one of the gates from the time of King Solomon. Then we are reaching, let's say, around 950 BC. And you can see there, yeah, that's how it used to be look like. And when I'm saying some of the scholars in Israel and I think all over the world, there's always scholars that say, oh no, it's not. Then let them fight between themselves, and then we will choose to do whatever we do. Then you can see now every part of the southern wall of the temple. You can see the 3 block arches right there. And you can see beautifully Al-Aqsa Mosque. That place is called the Ophel. If you look at the book of Samuel, the Ophel. Ophel is to climb up. Let's move to the other side. If the car will let us do that, then let me be the first one who will die, if it's okay by you. Oh yeah, now we can run for our life. Before that, you can see here Jewish tombs and Star of David on it with other names. That used to be a cemetery. That part of the Mount of Olives cemetery. Sadly, and I don't want to hate anyone, but the Jordanians used the tombstones for the roads, for the houses. Then the one that we could bring back, we did. But I want you to see City of David. Is it too hot or is it okay?
No, I'm good.
And this is winter in Israel. Well, you asked for that? That's me. Hello! But that's it. I'm not important. Then, City of David is here. King David built City of David here because of one reason. The only spring of Jerusalem, the only spring until today is there. Then, although it's not the best place to build a city, look at that, it's actually everything controlled City of David, but without water, you cannot survive. Then in that case, when the Assyrian came to the 8th century BC, they were defeated here because they had no water. Then the city survived because of it. The valley that you see here is the Kidron Valley or Josaphat Valley that divided Mount of Olives and us. And I want you to see, but let's not fall, please. Oh, right here, there, at the cliff. Look at the cliff. Can you see the cliff? The lower part. Look at there are some windows. I'm trying to show it to you, to them as well. But with the camera, I cannot see it. Not yet. All right, it's somewhere there. Yeah, I can see it, but I don't know how to do it with the camera. Where is... Wait a minute, I need to see it. All right, believe me, it's there, somewhere. There are some windows that looks like windows on the cliff. I cannot see it.
Just above, I think. Higher.
Higher than that. Yeah, right. No, it's... Yeah, you're right. Here it is. Those are tombs from the time of Jesus. Sorry, from the time of King David. I'm talking about 3,000 years old tombs. The Jews are always buried their dead outside the city, including Jesus. And Steve and I went to see two churches today. Actually, not two churches, two places that, according to tradition, Jesus was buried in it and resurrected, of course. The Garden Tomb and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. But according to the story and according to the Bible, it was outside the city. Let's continue with it. Are you still okay?
Yeah, good.
Do you have energy? Because I can walk forever.
Yeah.
Let's look at the traffic jam. And there's no reason for traffic jam here. City that you see here is Silwan. It was built on top of the cemetery, Jewish cemetery here. Stop and pray if you want to stop and rest. Tell me that, right?
Yeah, good.
So beautiful. It's like we are walking now. Guys, if that's your first video that you see of mine, you must understand, which Steve already knows, I have 20,000 videos. Some of them are very long, some of them are very short, of everything that happened in the Holy Land. And I'm trying to upload a video a day. I hope so that I hope that I will be able to do that. Then subscribe to my channel, be part of my family. If you do have some question to ask, don't hesitate. Why I'm walking with a sweater on me? It's so hot.
It is hot.
Yeah. Do you have a short?
I might take it off soon. Sun's in our back.
Ah, gosh, it's hot. This is the corner of the southern and the eastern wall of the temple, 1st century BC, at least the lower part of it. Let's go down to here to see some special monuments, which are tombs in a way. Steve,
Yeah.
two options.
Yeah.
The first option is to go into the valley, and then we have to climb up to see the area of the buses.
Yes.
Second option is to see everything from here, and it's like flat.
Okay.
What are we choosing?
Let's go down into the valley.
Yeah, we are going to the Kidron Valley. Then in a way, Mount of Olives is holy. The Messiah will be there. And Kidron Valley is the border between that and that. That's why you can see lots of tombs there. And the smell is horrible. But at least we're hiding from the sun.
That's right. No one down here.
Yeah, that is correct. Don't go away. There's so many things to see on the way to Garden of Gethsemane. There's so many things to see. And from here we can see part of it. You can see that there are so many simple tombs here, but at the 2nd century people built themselves major tombs. One of them is the tomb of Zechariah and the family of Hazir. Then looks like more like Hellenistic or Roman.
Yeah.
Then you can understand we are talking about rich people.
Yeah.
That tomb of Zechariah was curved like Petra from up to down. It's one monolith stone. Who is buried there? Is that Zechariah, one of the priests that died in the temple or were killed? Maybe Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist. There's so many options, but it's beautiful to see it. Steve already knows that when a Jew die, he will be buried at the same day. They will purify his body, and they will bury him in the ground without a casket, without a coffin, from dust to dust. That's how Jesus was buried as well. Same idea. Then those monolith tombs are from the Second Temple time, let's say 1st century. And soon you will see another one. You can see it next to the tree there, but it's going to be closer to here, to there. That is where, according to what we believe, Absalom, the son of King David, been buried. We know that according to the Bible, he knew that no one loves him, even his father. He even tried to kill King David. And then he knew that no one will take care of him. Then he built himself a tomb at the Kidron Valley, which is here. Another name for the Kidron Valley is the Josaphat Valley. Josaphat is from the word to judge. And God actually said that he will bring here all the Gentiles, non-Jewish, and he will judge them in that valley. What's that tent for? I don't know. This is new for me. We will go and check. Look how beautiful are the monuments of Zechariah, the house of Hazir, and the most well-known one is Absalom tomb. Steve, remember that we've been in the garden tomb and we saw a small hole above the tomb of Jesus, and I told you that it's for purification. Above those tombs, you can see a pyramid here and a pyramid there.
Yeah. It's
the same thing. It's called the Nefesh. The idea is that the soul will be able to go out. That tomb of Absalom is half monolith. The lower part of it is made of one stone, but the upper part of the pyramid was built on top of it. And that was the easy part. We have to climb up.
That was a lot of steps.
Yeah, and there's no shade. It's only matter of sun. Yeah, but it's still beautiful. You can see olive trees right here. And if it's okay by you, let's go to see what's happening here in that tent. Maybe they're actually giving us water for free. I don't know. It might be for tomorrow. Tomorrow it's Purim. And they might have a carnival here, but we have to ask. Is it okay?
Yeah, no, check.
I need to know everything. That's why I'm a tour guide. But look how beautiful is Absalom tomb. And let's ask what's happening there. Looks like a tent, like maybe Abraham. Part of City of David tour. In a way, let's see. Hello? Am I the only one here? Oh, I'm not. Hi. Oof, Hampo. That is part of what? I need to know. This is part of City of David tour?
Kind of, yeah.
And because I never saw the tent here.
Yeah, it's kind of new.
And the idea, because I'm taking a video, then everyone will know what to do.
Tourists who come to groups that say coming on around.
And they can actually sit here and rest and drink or something like that?
Yeah, so the guide
All right. It's beautiful. I can see the logo of City of David. Then thank you very much. Then, remember the windows that we saw? This is the 1st century tomb.
Oh, yeah. So this tent wasn't here before? Is this
No, I saw it. I'm visiting that place many times and didn't see it before. Are we ready to climb?
Let's climb.
We'll do that slowly. Slowly on the way, you must know that there are toilets. Then if you
I
want...
see the sign.
Yeah, all right, then you can use it. Look how beautiful it is. And you can see that it's There's a lot around it. Steve, look at that.
Where? What is that?
Another cave, a burial cave. They call it Josaphat Cave. We don't know who was buried there. But we know that it's from the second temple time. On the way you can see some Jewish cemeteries, Christian cemeteries, and even Muslim cemeteries. Actually, I think you already know that the Golden Onion Church is Mary Magdalene Church, Greek Orthodox. Alice, the mother of Philip, is buried there. It's not so difficult, I must say. We cannot complain. And Steve, look at there. You can see the eastern wall of the temple.
City of David symbol. What is the symbol?
The harp of King David.
Yeah.
He was playing it. And you can see here, you will read the English one for yourself from the book of Samuel, and I will read the Hebrew one. ואבשלום לקח ויעצב לו בחייו את מצבת אשר בעמק המלך, and this is the valley of the king, ויקרא לה יד אבשלום עד היום הזה. Samuel 2nd, 18:18. And I'm sure that you couldn't read the English as well. And can we stop here to do the same thing? And in a minute, first I want you to see if you can see something from there. Yes, you can. ובעת ההיא אשר אשיב את שבות יהודה וירושלים וקיבצתי את כל הגויים והורידתם אל עמק יהושפט, Josaphat Valley, ונשפטתי עמם שם. From Joel 4:1 and 2. Yoel, Daled, Aleph and Bet. In a way, you can say that we are now climbing Mount of Olives.
This is a ramp. It's nice and easy.
Yeah. Could we stop here too? All right. Then let's read from Samuel 2nd. והמלך עבר, המלך, it's King David. The king is King David. We are talking about King David. עבר בנחל קדרון וכל העם עוברים על פני דרך את המדבר. And the last one is next to us. It's from Genesis. We're going to Genesis. ויצא מלך סדום לקראתו אל עמק שווה, הוא עמק המלך. And this is עמק שווה, it's equal. And this is the one, King's Valley, this is the one. ומלכי צדק מלך שלם, שלם it's Jerusalem. הוציא לחם ויין ויאמר ברוך אברהם לאל עליון קונה שמיים וארץ. Then even Genesis mentioned Kidron Valley. You can see a lot of Jewish tombs, a lot of them been destroyed by the Jordanians. And again, I don't blame them. Everyone who occupied the city destroyed part of it. But let us see what we can see here. Those are the tombs that survived. Not survived, I mean, been destroyed by Jordanians, but you can see that some of the tombstones were here because we brought it back. We know exactly who's buried where because it's everything is documented in Israel. To be buried in Israel until today, it's for free. But if you want to be buried in the special place, then you have to pay a lot of money for that. For example, my mother, she's a Jewish mother, and she has to be buried next to my father. She actually paid, let's see, almost $10,000. No, $7,000. The other side is a Christian cemetery. Remember, when the Messiah will come, Jesus, they will be the first one who will resurrect. It's the same idea. Everything is actually the same. But is it too hard for you? Can I talk about another thing here?
No, talk about it.
All right. Then look at Eastern Wall, and suddenly there's a kind of a gate. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's the Golden Gate. The Golden Gate is the gate that we believe that Jesus will enter when he will come back again to the temple. The other side is now Al-Aqsa Mosque, but that was the Jewish temple. And I'm not sure that you know that story, but according to the Catholic, Mary, the mother, was born here. And although it's not in the Bible, they believe, and not only them, the Greek Orthodox and the Orthodox believes in that too, that the father and mother of future Blessed Mary, they were too old to bring children. They tried everything without any success. And an angel came to him, to Joachim, the father, and said, you're going to have a child. And then he met his wife here, Hannah, which is Hannah in Hebrew, but Hannah, it's very difficult to pronounce, like Zahi, which is my real name, but forget it as well. Then the only place that you will see a couple that kissing each other is about there. Hannah and Joachim are kissing each other when they heard that Mary will be born, and according to tradition, she was born 9 months later, and she was Immaculata, without any sin. Then she served the temple until, and that's later on. Then Jewish tombs, the Russian church on top of the hill, restrooms. Do we need it?
I will use. Yeah.
Yes. All right, then I will wait for you here. And on the way back, drink. I will do that too. I'm like a Jewish mother. It's very important to drink, and you know, even if you are not doing the tour with me in summertime, and this is winter time, it's so hot now, I will ask you to drink as much as you can. There are so many restrooms in the city, and then when you are reaching your, I don't know, hostel, Airbnb, hotel, take another 4 cups of water and drink, and then move to beer. The white church that you see at the background, that one, I hope that I can see it because yeah, it is. It's the St. Stephen Church. That's where St. Stephen, the mega martyr, was stoned by the Jews, and because it's through the fence, and here it is. Then, as you can understand, there's so many things here, and we're heading to the Garden of Gethsemane. That's where we're gonna end the video, because you do have so many videos of mine of Garden of Gethsemane. Oh, and he is drinking more. Drink as much as you can. We're gonna end that video soon at the entrance to Garden of Gethsemane, but let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure.
It's part of Mount of Olives. It's a slopes of Mount of Olives, and Jesus was at the room, the Last Supper, which we are going to visit later on, and which is far away, Mount Zion, really far. And after the Last Supper, he knew that he will be catched by a betrayer, Judas, and that will be the last day of his as a living Messiah. And then he went back to Garden of Gethsemane, which is in Hebrew. In English, it's the place that we are pressing holy fruit into olive oil. And another Muslim bus. Then we're gonna visit the garden of olives, which are the most important olive trees in the world. And we're gonna visit the church, although it's a Catholic church, it's a beautiful church. Then I want us to see the facade, and then we will say goodbye to the video and we will be together again. Then you do have 2 videos of yours. This is the facade of Garden of Gethsemane church. It's a new church. It's only from 1924, but it was built on top of 4th century church. And let's look at the facade. Don't cross the road here. Oh, cross the road here. Trying to figure out what he's actually talking about. Alright. St. Stephen Church, that's where St. Stephen. Oh! They must see you again. That's where you've been stoned by dear Steve. Forgot that there is a connection between that church and you. And you can see the beautiful facade of the Garden of Gethsemane, but look how beautiful is the Golden Onion Church now because of the sun location. Everything is so shining here. Jesus is in the middle. He took 3 disciples to pray with him, but they fell asleep 3 times. And the angel came to help him. You are the first one and the last one, Alpha and Omega. And there are 2 groups of people who believe in Jesus. One are I call it the science people, the knowledge people. The other one is the common people. Both of them are believers in Jesus, but some of them, they have no doubt. Like the first one, look at the mother and the child that died. She still believes in Jesus. The other one, holding the book of ignorance. They're always asking the question, where are you? What do you think? Why it's happened? How can it be? Can you prove that Jesus was alive, exist? There are Christians, but they have doubts. Where are you in those 2 families? Done. Thank you very much for being with me and with Steve. This is part of a private tour with me, and if you are not against it, you will have a video as well. Then thank you very much. See you in my next video. Bye bye.